Hello and welcome to Conversation Coach English Podcast. I'm your host, Emma.
And I'm John. Today, we're going to talk about common English idioms and their meanings. Idioms can be tricky, but they're a fun way to make your English sound more natural. But first, Emma, why do you think it's important for people learning English to know idioms?
That's a great question. Idioms add color and expressiveness to your language. They help you sound more like a native speaker and can make your conversations more engaging. Plus, understanding idioms can also improve your listening skills, as native speakers use them frequently.
Great points. Idioms are especially useful for people learning English as a second language, professionals working in English-speaking environments, and anyone preparing for exams like TOEFL or ILTS. They're also beneficial for travelers who want to better understand the local culture and communication nuances.
That's right. So let's jump right in. Have you ever had to break the ice?
Oh, definitely. Just last week, I was at a networking event, and things were pretty awkward at first. So, I told a funny story about my dog to break the ice. It worked like a charm.
That's a great example. Breaking the ice is a perfect way to get a conversation started. Okay, how about hit the nail on the head? When was the last time you used that one?
I think it was during a meeting at work. Someone described our project's problem perfectly, and I said, "You hit the nail on the head." Everyone agreed with him immediately.
Yes, that idiom is really useful for giving someone credit for being exactly right. Now, let's talk about under the weather. Have you felt under the weather recently?
Actually, yes. I was feeling under the weather last weekend and had to cancel my plans. I just stayed home and rested.
I hope you're feeling better now. Being under the weather is never fun. Speaking of easy things, when was the last time you said something was a piece of cake?
Oh, I say that all the time when it comes to cooking. My favorite recipe is so simple. It's a piece of cake.
I know what you mean. It's nice to have things that are a piece of cake. Lastly, let's talk about spill the beans. Have you ever accidentally spilled the beans about something?
Unfortunately, yes. I once spilled the beans about a surprise party for a friend. I felt so bad, but luckily, she was still surprised and happy.
It happens to the best of us. Thanks for sharing these examples, John.
No problem. Hopefully, these idioms will help our listeners feel more confident in their English conversations.
That's all for today's episode of Conversation Coach. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and leave us a review. You can also follow us on social media for more tips and practice. Until next time, keep practicing and keep improving.